You're tuned in to Just One Hot Mom with host Nanika Ansari. Get ready. She's about to bring you that fire, that flavor, that heat, all that passion, and more from around the world and in your neighborhood. Stay tuned.
Hey, hotties, you are tuned into Just One Hot Mom, and I'm your host, Nanika Ansari. And today I have Miss Dawn Fifi Crenshaw on with me, and we are talking about fostering a family. So let me tell you guys, Dawn and I have some history. We worked together many moons ago. We worked together. And at the time, I think I had one kid, and Dawn was like, good on you, Sister Soldier. Have your one kid. Be a baby factory. It is not for me. Then one day, Dawn came to work and she was pregnant.
And mad as what?
So how old is Maddie now?
She's 16.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she just turned 16 February 6th.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I was not expecting her to be 16.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys were a two-parent household with this miracle baby because you did not plan on having on any kids at all.
Not
So Maddie is a
all.
miracle baby.
Yes.
And then you foster. What made you become a foster mom?
Madison kept asking for siblings. And she's like, I want siblings. It's so mean that y'all made me an only child. And I'm like, girl, you do know you almost killed me and you almost didn't make it. So I'm not trying to go through that. So Neil said he was just tired of her looking at the adoption photo website.
She was. That's
Yes.
You know what? These kids, when they want something, they go after it. She said she wanted a sibling. She was looking at the adoption website. Oh,
Yes.
what a sweet baby.
They had me contact somebody to be a pen pal, but they had never called her back. So
Wow.
Mason, go in the house, honey. Let Auntie do her thing. I told y'all, leave me alone. Bye. I'm in the car. And I'm supposed to not get peace.
You get no rest. So
None.
Madison actually was the person who initiated the fostering process.
Yes.
How old was she at the time?
About 9.
Wow.
9.
So that's a smart kid.
Yeah.
So she said she wanted a sibling.
Yeah,
Go
she
ahead.
kept asking. Okay, so I went to an info session, and then I said, I don't want to do it. It's too much work. They had called, and Neil was like, yeah, we'll do it. And he had signed us up for like a marathon month-long training session.
I
And he
love
wanted to
Neil.
help
He's
me.
like, we're going to do this. So how many
Yeah.
kids did you guys get initially? How many kids did you guys initially start fostering?
2. We knew that we were going to get 4. So when we did like our assessments and everything, our intake worker said that we were too strict with our beliefs and also with our rules, and we would not make good foster parents. And
Wow.
then
So what was the change of heart?
because what happened was, we're Jehovah's Witnesses. So she was just like, you won't get Jehovah's Witness kids, and you can't take them to the Kingdom Hall. And Neil started arguing with her, like, look, this is my house, my rules, and this is how it's going to be. And she's like, oh, y'all just too strict. So what happened was, his cousin's stepmother, I knew her. And we just started, like, talking and everything, because her father had married, like, a young girl. Marcy is young. And so and they were going through divorce, and she just started like calling me and stuff like that. And then we found out we were related. So yeah, and then Marcelina was also raised as a Jehovah's Witness. So she had called and said, my brother's kids are being placed in foster care, and can you guys get them?
So
And
it
I'm
was
like,
4
okay.
kids.
Yeah, well, he has 3.
Okay.
He has 3. And so I had told their mom that I would take on the baby, because even though he's not related to me, it doesn't matter. They're brothers and they need to be together. So, because at
Wow.
first
So
the
to
mother
go
was like,
from
no.
So
Go
you went
ahead.
from one child,
Yeah.
which is a shocker, to 4 little boys.
Actually 5, because at the time my niece needed help. And
Okay, I was
so
go.
I was like, you coming to live with auntie, bring your baby. And so, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm trying to remember because I just remember like back in the day used to be like, Nikki, that having kids stuff is for you. And
Right. I didn't, it was, I was asleep. That's what I said. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I got pregnant.
so how did this initially impact the family? Because we know that Maddie wanted this to happen, but when you actually have the kids living in your home, what was the initial impact on you guys?
It was fine at first. Madison was a great help, especially with Bradley, because he was 10 months and he had depression. And I've never in my life seen a depressed
Mm-hmm.
baby. So she was the one who taught us how to comfort him, how to get him to stop crying so much. She would
Mm-hmm.
wrap him up in her favorite pillow and they would sleep like that. So it was, and then I had help. Like my
Mm-hmm.
niece stayed with me too, so she would help out. Then my sister would come over and babysit. So I had a good support system. I had a good support
Okay,
system.
cool. And you
So,
know, as Sarah is asking a question that I was going to ask next. See, Sarah and I have great minds. We think alike. Um,
okay.
what were some of the barriers? What were some of the barriers you found in building those relationships between your family and the children you were fostering?
Oh, it was their behavior, especially. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
love my kids. Don't get me wrong. So, but they come with issues. Even though they were
Mm-hmm.
young, they come with issues, and I found myself not being able to bond, especially with Sean, because he was just so of control. I would have to like put him in a corner and say, I'm gonna walk away from you right now because you can't spank foster children. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
look, I'm gonna snap your neck. I'm gonna
Wait, it froze. Hold on, you
pee on
guys.
himself, pee in the
Oh.
corners. Him and Darren, they would do things, and I'm just like, I thought because they were young, it would be like easy.
Mm-hmm.
So I would, and I felt
Mm-hmm.
bad, like, okay, and I just told myself, you have to find a way to bond with these children because they are so abused and they were so neglected
Mm-hmm.
and they were put out of homes so many times, especially Sean. Just put out of homes. After 1 or 2 days, they were like, no, come get this little boy. I was told he was just crazy. And then he had signs of schizophrenia too. So
Mm-hmm.
I just did a lot of prayer, a lot of research in our magazine articles on just being kind, compassionate, understanding, and I found that if I'm open and honest with them, they would communicate with me better. And I would just tell them,
And
you peeing on yourself outside instead of coming in is very disgusting to me, and I need you to use the bathroom. And
how
he
did
was
it
like,
impact Neil and Maddie, their behavior? Because I know Maddie's used to you guys. She's used to your rules. She's used to you and Neil being the head
right.
of the household. How did she deal with that, the new behavior? Because she just wanted
She
a
was
sibling.
right. She just wanted one. She didn't expect to get so many. So it was an adjustment for her. She would say, I kind of don't want them here, but then if they go somewhere, nobody's going to love them the way that we do. So they have to stay. So I would just make
Wow.
sure that she had time for herself. Like I would send her over my mom's. I'm like, look, Ma, I need Madison to come over and just to hang out with you and Emmy for a while, and they would keep her for a weekend. Or I would give her some money and be like, hey, take your niece out to Chuck E. Cheese's or something. And Emmy would do that. Emmy taught her how to do her makeup and all of that stuff. So she had a lot of girl time away from the house and away from the boys.
Wow, so that's awesome. But how did Neil deal with it? Because I know he's a very strict parent. Like Neil's like, I am the rule, the end
No.
all.
That's just the front that Neil puts on. I'm the disciplinarian. The boys will tell you
Really?
so and Madison. They will go, Mommy, you're the mean parent, and Daddy is the nice parent. Because all we have to do is keep asking Daddy, and then Daddy will eventually say, yeah, go ahead, do it. But Darren was like, but you won't. You'll say, go somewhere before I whoop you behind. So,
So how
so
did this
yeah,
affect the
go ahead.
relationship with people outside of your immediate house? So outside of your immediate household, how did this affect your relationship with those other family members?
I cut a lot of folks out. If you
Mm.
cannot accept me and mine, I don't care. My name is on everybody's birth certificate. And the moment they step foot in my house, they were my children. So for those that had like a negative view, because we're dealing with that now,
Mm-hmm.
um, I just cut you out. You don't have to be around my kids because you're missing out on some awesome people. And that's what I tell people all the time. You're missing out on some awesome people. Because they're prejudiced. Oh, they're foster kids. Like, if my kids do anything wrong, it's always, well, they were foster kids. Well, yeah, I know they got issues. You got issues.
We all
So,
got issues. We all got
right.
issues. It's
Thank
something
you.
wrong with all of us. And so
Right.
I was
So,
curious about that though, because like sometimes even when children, say for instance, when people get married and then you get your bonus baby, not your step kids, but you get your bonus children, I feel like they don't treat them the same way they would treat as if they were biological, especially if they don't necessarily agree with the fact that you got divorced or separated from the initial person you were with and then you combine
right.
together again. I find that a lot in our community, that people are just, and I'll be thinking like, these are kids. Like, how could you be cruel
Right.
to a kid? Like, they didn't ask for any of this. We as the adults create these situations and then we expect the
Right.
kids to be okay. So, so excuse me, I'm sorry. All right, now, so you said that the kids, you're related to the kids' biological parents in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, to the three older ones, to their father, it's like a long, like maybe like eighth cousins or something like that.
Oh, okay, so that's down the line, girl.
Yeah, their grandmother, we were talking, and their grandmother had said that she was a Fraser from Brundage, Alabama. And I said, hold on, so am I. So, even when she gave me a box of pictures for the boys, she had like my grandpa in there, my great great uncles were in there, and some my cousins from Alabama. So yeah.
Wow, isn't that amazing how that works
Yes.
out?
Yes, it did
So,
work out.
excuse me. So, are they still connected though? Since you guys are family extended, do they still have a relationship with their biological parents? Kind of, sort of, maybe. Look at
The father, no, we had to just cut him out because
you.
he still believes that he has rights.
Hmm.
And he thinks that he can like curse at children and talk to them any old kind of way when they're trying to express themselves.
Hmm.
And so he thought he can get fly with me and curse at me. So I blocked him. And I told his parents no more because I'm tired of dealing with him. And I'm not going to let him undo all that we have done with these children because they have come such a long way. And so,
I
and then,
know. I see their
yeah,
little pictures. They are so
yeah,
adorable.
thank you.
So, what people
So,
need to know, because you just mentioned that your name is on all of their birth certificates, you are no
yes.
longer their foster mom. You are their
Mm-mm.
mom
My
legal
name
sign. So,
Mama.
what made you change from fostering them to becoming their adoptive mom? Well, their mom.
They started one day I had called Darren. I said, come here, Darren Brown. And he said, that's not my name. And I said, well, what's your name? I thought he was going to sing a song because we have a little silly song where we change our names. And he said, I'm Darren Crenshaw. And I said, okay, Darren Crenshaw. And then for Sean, it was deeper. He, his old name, being attached to his old name was not good for him. And
Hmm.
he said that once he decided that he was Sean Crenshaw, he no longer had spiders, dragons, heard crabs clicking, because he used to see spiders.
Hmm.
Um, what was it? Spiders, dragons, and the crabs clicking. Yes. And he said, I don't have those anymore. Oh, and the person living in his brain, telling him to do bad things. And that's what I asked him. I said, who am I talking to? He said, oh, you're just talking to Sean. I said, is the other person, is he gone? He said, he's gone, mommy. He's gone. It's just me now. So I'm like, oh, heck yeah, you Sean Crenshaw. Yes, you are, boo.
But isn't
It's,
that amazing? Like, he probably felt for the first time at home with people who are loving
yeah,
and care. See, people don't think that kids know the difference. We always say that kids are resilient, like they'll bounce
yes,
back. But there are certain types of hurt that you as an adult and even as a child can't bounce back from until you've been
Right.
loved or healed out of that situation. I did not know that. I like that
Yeah.
story, Doc. Thank you.
Yeah,
Um,
he would, and Sean would get mad if you call him by his old name. He would stomp his feet and yell, and I'm like, hold up, boy, now wait, bring it down. Remember who you talking to. So, so
so
yeah,
Sarah
we
came
just
up with the she came up with the question. She said, "How long did you guys foster, or was there a required foster time before you guys could decide to adopt them?"
it is a required foster time in 6 months, but we
Oh, okay.
fostered the whole process from the time we got them till we finalized our adoption was about two and a half years. Nope, I take that
Okay.
back. Pete was 18 months.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, so about 2.5 years. Yeah.
So in that time, you guys were just going. Did you find the process to be difficult?
Not really. I had good workers. I had excellent
Hmm.
workers. I take that back. They were excellent. All of them. We had a lot. Um, we had a lot of turnover, but the workers that we had were just, they were truly a blessing. Truly.
And
So
see,
they
I
like
think
helped us
that
navigate everything.
I kind of think that this was meant to be because, one, you guys are related on some form, on some
Right.
level. Then for the boys to come to you and say that they want to take your name, and for you guys to
Hmm.
have workers that were in the process of like, we're going to help you, and to take on like 4 or 5 kids. Like, I have
Yeah.
3 kids of my own, and I may drop them off at your house. But I wanted
Bring
to ask,
them.
so when you decided to adopt versus foster the kids, did that change relationships in your family dynamic as well? Like, because now you're not just saying I'm fostering them and they could potentially go live somewhere else. When you adopt them, they actually are stay with us. They are family
Right.
now. And I know you said you're
Right.
going through that now.
Yeah, no, I mean, the minute they stepped foot in my house, they were my kids. And that's the way I treated them. So it wasn't like really, the only change was monetary. When you adopt,
Hmm.
they cut you so much. Like as foster kids, we were getting like almost 5,000 a month for them because
Mm.
they were high level. The higher
Hmm.
the level behind their number, then the more money you get for their behaviors. But they cut it all, and we knew we were gonna get cut, and I just said Jehovah gonna provide because the boys kept asking like, when are you going to adopt us? The social worker came out for a visit. They were like, we gotta get the house clean because they're gonna take us away. And I'm like, calm down. They're not taking you anywhere. We need to get the house clean, but they're not gonna take.
But I just
But
love
yeah,
that because it wasn't money for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't
yeah,
about the money
no,
for you guys. You
yeah,
really loved. Okay, Sarah got some good questions. She's like, do you guys? So does the state continue insurance for them, or do you guys now? Are
yeah.
you solely responsible?
The
So they
state does
do.
the insurance. If parents qualify for state insurance, then the children have state insurance, which is stupid.
Okay. So can you hear me? Now it froze again.
Hello?
Okay. Yeah, I'm back.
Hello?
Okay. So yeah, I'm
Okay.
here. Can you hear me? Okay. Cool.
Yes.
So the other question I have for you is, what tips can you give to parents who are thinking about fostering but they're kind of on the fence?
Do it. We need good foster parents because not every foster parent is a good one. I'm not saying I'm great, but
Hmm.
when I was in class and when I hear foster parents calling their children bees, or one of them was like, yeah, my foster son is so stupid. And then she turned to me and said, hey, I hear you need respite. Nope, we don't need it that bad, boo. You can't watch my kids. Um, yeah, so yeah, like some of the people, and I'm just sitting here like, you refer to your foster children that way? I told her that I'm the only bee in this house and she can get out and this and that, and I was just like, no, that's not how you treat these kids. They're damaged, and you're supposed to
Hmm.
help heal them. So yeah, we need good foster parents, please, please do it.
And see, I think some people are like, when you think about it, like, I know for me, I'm like, okay, I got one kid out the door, one going to high school, one going to kindergarten. And I'm like, would you want to take on another kid? But I think working in ministry with the young ladies is like, that's more for
Yeah.
me. But you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Seeing another kid develop, seeing another family come together is just so enriching and enlightening, and it's inspiring because it's like, oh my God, I was a part of somebody else gaining another perspective and wanting to live a life full of value.
Yeah.
I'm getting that. So now you're not only a foster parent, super duper mom now, because how many kids? You have 5 kids now.
I have five, and then I mentor a little girl who used to be in my class, my munchkin. You seen her
Oh,
pictures.
yes, I
Yeah.
seen her.
Yeah, so she's 12 now, and I get her. She's in Youngstown now. She's available for adoption, so if anybody wants to adopt, let me know.
I
They're
know
looking
that's
for,
right. Push the plug for it. That's so
right.
amazing. But so you're a mentor, you're a mom, but you are also an author. How did
Yes.
that come about?
I've always been a writer. I was a closet writer. I just always had my little notebook, and I would always write my poetry. And then I said, we need some money. So I took a writing class at Tri-C, and the professor, she had me publish 2 poems. I also had won a Tri-C contest for my
Hmm.
poetry. And then she was like, you really need to get published. And I was just like, okay, yeah, whatever. But when I saw that we needed some money, I said, well, let me try it. Let me try it and see. What's the harm? And so now I do self publishing. So you can
Well,
type
okay,
my
so drop
name
the
in on
name of your books.
Amazon.com. Okay, a mouse in my house, and I can't pick up an elephant. And they're available on
Wow.
Amazon.com. So if you type
I am
in
so
Dawn
proud of
Crenshaw,
you.
oh, thank you. So I have more books coming. It's that now I'm working again. I haven't had time to really sit down and focus and do my illustrations that I need to get done to have the other books published.
Okay, but is there a series of books coming?
Yes, I'm working. I have already written them. I just
Hmm.
need an illustrator. So some I'm going to do myself because I can draw a little bit. So I'm trying to save myself some money because it's not cheap to have your books illustrated. So I'm going to do a couple myself.
So I am so very proud of you, you guys. So please go over to Amazon, type in Dawn Crenshaw, and let's support her, girl. She got 5 kids,
Yes, thank you.
and she's
And a college
mentoring
fund to
one.
start.
I know that's right. Well, Don, I just want to thank you for coming on this evening. I feel like your
Oh,
story
thank
is
you,
so
Nikki.
amazing, and people need to
Oh,
hear it.
thank you. Oh,
You know, it
thanks.
wasn't
I
so much
appreciate
about
it.
having a typical race of kids in the system, but it was more about your family story and how it
Yeah.
came to be that you went from one kid to having like a family of what? It's 7 of y'all now. 7 and a half
Right,
because you
yeah.
got a mentoring.
Right.
All right, so
Madison
you guys,
says hi.
hi Madison, how are
Nikki
you?
says hi.
So thank you. Did you want to drop any other information that we need in order to reach you to make sure that we support your books?
Oh, you can call me. My cell phone number is 216-400-2061. You can also buy directly through me too.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
oh, and you know what? July
Hmm.
14th, I will be at Painting in the Park selling my books.
You know I'm a sponsor at Painting in the Parks.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Yay.
So the kids and I will be walking in the fashion show.
Oh, that's so nice. I
So we'll
can't
see
wait
this.
to
So you
see it.
guys, July 14th, come out and support the hot mommies because apparently we taking over Painting in the Park.
Yes, we are.
So, you guys, I want to leave you with this message. There are kids in our neighborhoods. There are kids in foster care. There are kids at the rec
Yes.
center who need an adult in their life telling them that they are loved, that they are cared for, that we just want to offer an environment that makes their life better. If you choose to foster, if you don't choose to foster, get involved in the life of a young person that you see
Yes.
that could use your guidance. It's really needed. Guys, you've been tuned in, and guess what? You've been elevated. Talk to you soon.